Thank you for having me. Let's talk about some workplace principles and skills that are going to be essential for you to be successful at the work site. We're going to discuss basically 4 principles today that no matter who you work for, these are going to be pretty important for your success. We're going to discuss productivity, teamwork, attitude, and respect. Let's start out with productivity. As you can see, we have the busy bee, and the busy bee earned that nickname because it is busy from the time its day begins until the time its day ends. So our employer, no matter who we work for, is going to expect us to be productive and busy from the start of our shift until the end of our shift. You have the definition of productivity here, and our productivity will definitely be measured. We will be evaluated as employees, not just yearly, but daily. A part of us being productive is having a schedule, especially at home, making sure we get up on time, making sure we have good hygiene, having a uniform that's clean, packing lunch or packing essentials so that we can get through our day being productive. Once you're hired, understand the days that you're supposed to be working. Share that with your family and friends so that you have very limited distractions. And I don't know about you, but once you get started having a routine, you're going to be more successful. So, as we know, any hobby that we are interested in or a skill set that we're interested in, anything of interest, it takes practice on our part. So, obviously, knowing how to do your job, getting trained to do what you enjoy doing, and setting aside time to just be prepared is going to once again help you be productive for your employer. Not just for your employer, but for yourself and for your customers. So it's always important to have a plan A, plan B, plan C. Have those things in place, especially if you need a ride to work. Have a plan in place for taking care of things on your days off so that you take very less time away from your employer with scheduling personal events. When we think of these types of community helpers and any type of job, it takes focus. So if I'm daydreaming while I'm working, if I'm visiting with friends while I'm working, if I am trying to keep up with my social media while I'm at the work site, you know what I'm not focusing on? I'm not focusing on my customer. I'm not focusing on detail. I'm going to be distracted, which could lead to accidents. If we think our employer doesn't know what we're doing, you need to think again. First of all, our coworkers will keep our supervisors in mind of if we're performing or not. Not only that, our customers will let our supervisors know if we're being productive. Our customers will let our supervisors know if they are receiving quality services. So even if your supervisor is not on site during your shift, keep in mind they know if we're working hard. So, I hope you have a good understanding of being productive at the job site and why it's important to you to help retain your position and why it's important to our employer. Let's move on to teamwork, which is another principle that all employers are going to expect us to have an understanding of. I'm just like everyone else here. I enjoy working as a team, but I also enjoy working independently. But it's going to take both skills to be successful, once again, for our employer, for our customer, for our coworker, and for ourselves. This is the definition of teamwork, and obviously it's to work collaboratively to achieve a goal. This may be how you describe yourself on your resume. This may be how you describe yourself in a job interview. So if you tell your employer, I see myself as a team player, they're going to expect you to do so. We see the ant. Once again, that's another little busy creature. And they all work together to achieve the same goal. And we've seen lots of documentaries where they can work together to build a bridge to get across water. And I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't be successful if some of those ants, their ant cousins, their ant friends, were fussing about who was going to be in the lead or fussing about I always do more than someone else. We come from a diverse background, and I think that's wonderful. I think it's amazing. I love knowing that there is diversity in the workplace. So, another part of being a team is understanding we're different, we have different skills, we come from different backgrounds, and that can be a huge strength. So, just because someone isn't just like you doesn't mean they don't have any skills and they don't have anything to offer at the workplace. You may have seen the movie Fantastic Four. And obviously, they have different strengths, they have different qualities, but their overall goal is to protect humankind, to protect mankind. They all have different personalities, but they all work together for the same common goal. They're each unique, and but once again, they can work independently and they can work as a team. Keep in mind, when we work as a team, we can learn a lot about each other. We can learn that we have strengths in numbers and that we can definitely achieve a goal in a short amount of time. And it does create fluidity. And once again, employers want to brag that they have good team members on board, that they have a great team that works together to achieve the goal, once again, for customers, for employer, and for yourself. There's lots of times as a part of a team you may do things that you're not really happy about doing, such as cleaning up other people's messes, or doing things that you weren't hired to do, or being the person that everybody always leans on during tough times. Instead of looking at those things as a negative, look at those things as a strength. And not only that, but we can build positive friendships at the workplace when we all work together. Not only that, our employer will appreciate us and our customers will appreciate us as well. We're such an important part of the team. No one is more important than the other. So hopefully we will realize that nothing can be completed without our skill strength. Nothing can be completed without our individual attention. Some people may have this thought process that if I'm not the CEO, I'm not an important person here. But keep in mind, every position exists because it has its importance. And nothing will be complete if it didn't have your specific individual touch to it. Let's move on from teamwork and discuss our attitudes. This is one of the favorite things for me to discuss is my attitude, or just attitudes in general, because it's taken me a long time to realize that positive does attract positive. So our attitude is the way we think or feel about something or someone, and it definitely shows in our behavior. And let me just throw this in, that we can only fake positivity for so long, and usually people can see through fake. And once they feel that we have to pretend to like them or pretend to be helpful, sometimes that can be really insulting, especially to our customers. I'm just like anybody else. When I go to the grocery store, I would rather choose an apple that looks healthy instead of one that looks like that it's pretty yucky. We do have a choice of remaining positive, or we have a choice to remain negative. It's a personal choice. You and I can't control our circumstances around us, but what we can do is control our personal attitude. When we think about remaining positive, think about the people that you surround yourself with. If we surround ourselves with negativity, sometimes that can rub off on us and it can bring us down. And then before we know it, we're behaving just like them and our thought processes are just like theirs. So it does take an effort on our individual part to remain positive. It takes personal strength. It takes personal discipline. Do you believe that there are power in our words? Yes, there are. Our words are impactful. Our words can inspire people, or our words can tear relationships down. So keep in mind, our words are not accidental. Our words need to be chosen wisely, especially when we're talking to customers, when we're talking to our employer and our coworkers. Not only that, how about the conversation you have with yourself? Are you having a positive conversation about yourself? Do you wake up every day feeling like the superhero that you can do anything? Hopefully, that's your mindset about who you are, that you can accomplish anything, you can do anything, you can put a focused effort into it. And your day may not change today, it may not change tomorrow, but if I continuously work on having a positive attitude, my life can change. And it's an inner strength. Our attitude is not something that we can order from Amazon. It's not something that we can order in a 2 gig or a 5 gig. It's not something that we can go to Walmart and buy. And I'm happy about that. Our attitude is free. It is something that is within us. So that means that I can harness that energy and I can use that for my own personal success. And you know what that gives me? That gives me empowerment over my life. It gives me empowerment over my life plan. So use your attitude as a principle of success to fuel your success. Not only that, but our employers will appreciate it so much if we bring positivity to the workplace. There's lots of things we can do to remain positive at the work site because we will have days with challenges. We will have customers that are challenging. We will have coworkers that are challenging. We will have experiences that are challenging. However, it's important to take time to diffuse. It's important to take time to breathe. It's important to take time to rethink and reevaluate and once again, choose positivity. So here are just some ideas to help assist with keeping your attitude positive while you're at the workplace. Take some Play-Doh and put it in the break room. And during break, it's amazing how your mind can be taken off of negative thoughts just by creating something out of Play-Doh. Take a coloring book and put it in the workplace break room. Once again, it's amazing how something simple as coloring can be therapeutic. Take a book with you to work. Read during your break time. Read during your lunchtime. Refocus your energy on something else that you enjoy. Listen to music. Take a walk. Get some fresh air. All of those things are things that we can do that are free. All of those things cost very little, and it can definitely help with your mental status while you're at the work site. Let's move on to respect, one of the final principles that we're going to discuss today that has, once again, so much power. And I like this picture a lot. So how can we grow respect, not only in our personal life, but in our professional life as well? This is the definition of respect, and notice it says respect is a positive feeling. Notice it didn't say a negative feeling, because if it was a negative feeling towards a person or a situation, it will be called disrespect. Once again, we want to use our positive attitude to create a respectful environment at the workplace. And once again, all employers are going to expect us to understand the importance of respecting our customers, respecting our coworkers, and respecting our supervisor. There's lots of ways that we can show respect at the workplace. Number one, we can open the door for someone. That takes no effort. We can help clean up messes at the workplace. And we all know those are messes that we didn't create. However, employers are going to thank us for making sure that we have a clean surrounding and a clean environment that's attractive to customers. Help keep things out of the way so that people don't trip over those things. So it's not a tripping hazard. It's not an accident hazard. Once again, just help out. Even if it is your break, if you see a coworker struggling, if you see a customer struggling, once again, it costs us no effort to help someone out. How about just listening at the workplace? Listening can help us remain productive. Listening tells individuals that they're important. And listening also shows that we can follow instructions and directions. There are lots of ways to show disrespect at the workplace. For example, It's not appropriate to yell at our coworkers. It's not appropriate to use negative language at the workplace. It is not appropriate to fight at the workplace. Throw things. Let our temper get out of control. These are ways of showing no respect at the workplace. And if this is how I'm going to behave at the workplace, yelling, cursing, being argumentative, then I may find myself on probationary status with my employer, or I may end up without a job. So keep in mind, we will face negative situations at work, but once again, we have a choice of how we handle those situations. Remain positive and understand sometimes people get angry not at you, but just at the situation. Not only that, when customers walk through the door, they're going to expect us to help solve their situation. They're expecting us to have the answers and be prepared so that once again we can be productive, not only for us, but for them as well. Respect. It's such a big word, or a small word, but it covers so many things. Employers are going to expect us to be able to understand when I'm at the work site, I'm expected to show respect to my supervisor, to my coworker, and to my customers. And when I am a person that uses my skills, uses my talents, that I'm a person that's productive, that I understand diversity, I accept diversity, I welcome diversity, I'm not judgmental, that I'm open-minded, and that my attitude remains positive, I show up for work, I go above and beyond, then I'm going to gain respect from my supervisors and coworkers and customers. Keep in mind that any property that belongs to your employer belongs to them. So keep in mind, another mindful way of showing our employer that we respect them is respecting the products, respecting their space, keeping those spaces clean, because I do think that all customers want to, another way that they feel respected is that the place of business they walk into is clean, they walk into a safe environment, they walk into a healthy environment, and they walk into an environment where they know they're going to be appreciated for spending their money. Another way of showing respect, because I do think that we want to gain respect at the workplace. So a part of gaining respect is showing it. Just be kind, be nice, be happy. It's amazing how just extending a hand and showing that you are there to be helpful, showing that you are there to appreciate customers, showing you are there, being the person that appreciates your employer for hiring you and giving you an opportunity to grow and advance is just another way to earn respect at the workplace. Just be nice. That's a character, once again, that is free. Not only that, think about the fact that some individuals don't have anybody in their life to be kind to them. So when they walk through the doors at the place of business where you work, they're going to once again hope to be appreciated and understand that our customers are important people. So it's amazing how we can change our world with just kindness and courtesy. These are just a few principles that we feel can make a difference in the workplace: productivity, teamwork, attitude, and respect. I hope that you've enjoyed this program. A few thoughts I want to leave you with is start figuring out who you want to be, figure out the person you want to become, live your life with a purpose, and until next time, stay healthy. Thank you so much.